Hey everyone, we're back. So we have our keyword manager and we are going to now utilize the listing manager to build out this brand new listing of this shadow box that we started. So from the keyword manager or from your product, you can just use the drop down from your product or just click here for listing manager. It's going to take us right to the listing manager. Now, if you have variations on your product, it's going to show one with a P, and then it's going to show a bunch with C's, which would be child. You do definitely want to click on the ones with the C's if you have a multi-variation product. So if you have one in green, one in purple, one in red, you want to work on each of those separately and leave the parent alone unless you just want the same one for all of your child variations, which I don't suggest. So for the title, now, if you already have a listing that is currently on Amazon and you already have the title and description and bullets and all of that, what you'll want to do is go into your Seller Central and copy and paste that information into here. So let's go to our listing here and we're going to see what we have in here. I believe the only thing that we have is a title. So I'll go ahead and just pull that title. I'm just going to click, everything is going to be a little bit slow here because I'm recording. I'm just going to go ahead and click edit and I'll go ahead and grab what I have. Now, if I had additional things like I started on the bullets or the description or I started on search terms, I would pull those as well. But for this particular listing, all I did, let's see, was the title. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste the title in here. And this is all I've done. Okay, now as we type things into these boxes, these are all the keywords from our keyword manager. Now they are displayed both in word format and in phrase format here, okay? You can see, yes, there aren't 414 of these. However, all of those, let's just enable these. You can enable all the way down to 0 TSI. I'm going to enable all the way to 1, so some traffic. Actually, I'll go all the way down to 0 just so we have the most. Now, these are all of the keywords that are used in the keyword manager, whether they are single or in phrases. These are all the phrases. So if you build your listing at the phrase level, you'll want to use these. We suggest building it at the keyword level and seeing if you can index that way. So here we have only the title. And when we type in the words into these boxes, those words are going to disappear from the left-hand side, telling us that, yes, it is in our listing. Now, the basic rule of thumb, as far as weighting of keywords, is the higher TSI keywords, so 10, and going down from there, you want to put in the highest weighted areas of your listing. So this is a little bit of how to build a listing, but I'm just going to kind of throw this information in there as well. The weighting on Amazon goes as follows: title, subject matter, if you have it. Some categories do not have this, and some marketplaces do not have this. Then search terms, then bullet points, then description. So your higher TSI keywords, you want to make sure in those higher weighted areas so that they get indexed. And then going into the lower weighted, so maybe if they have a 1 or 2 traffic, you can just kind of put them in the description and likely they will be indexed. But the cool thing is that we'll be able to check all of that. So this is my very horrible title I did just to get my listing in on the Amazon Seller Central. And we're going to go ahead and build out this listing. Now, people do this in many different ways. One of the ways is to just take these high TSI keywords and throw them into the title and then work it so that it's readable. Some people just start to build it out and start writing. Some people build it out kind of like a draft, and then they have someone who does professional ad copy go in and use those same keywords, but build it out so that it sounds nicer. You could do it in any of those ways. But what I want to show you is how these keywords will disappear from this side once we start using them in the areas of the listing manager. So 6x6 shadow box. I'm going to put display and case are both 10 TSI. So I'm going to put display. You can see that went away. Case. frame, photo, keepsake, picture, memory, boxes, hanging, art, memorial maybe, with glass. I know some people use these as ticket holder or wine cork holder. So let's just stop there. As you can see, a lot of these have disappeared, which is great. I mean, you can remember when we were back, there was a few keywords that weren't indexed, and I think one of them was the word display, and we now have the word display in our title, which is a high-weighted area. I'm not going to bother with capitalizing and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just going to kind of use the keywords. I'm not here to teach you how to write ad copy for your Amazon listings, but just rather how to get them indexed. So I'm going to use in the search terms, I'm going to start doing boxes, kitchen, keepsakes, things like that. I'm going to kind of go down a little bit here. See if I can make this a little smaller so we can get all of this in here. All right, so subject matter, I'm going to put boxes. This is very small, sorry. Boxes. Kitchen, keepsakes, deep. You get the idea. Using all of these here. Now, after you do the subject matter, you can do the search term. Of course, it's just one box now for most people. If you do have additional boxes, we do have these here. We suggest just keeping it to the first box, 250 bytes. It is going to count these for you. You'll have definitely have a count. I'm gonna go ahead and make this bigger now so we can see what we're doing here. So you can see the count here, how many bytes, how many characters. The bullet points, same thing. If you go over in the bullet points or description, it's not going to let you save it. So let's just do a couple of additional things here. Let's do one description, the shadow box. Great for keepsaking those keepsakes and memories for collector artwork. This won't make a lot of sense, but such as awards, memorabilia, and concert. See, the word concert disappeared. Tickets. Let's do something about weddings. Great wedding gift or engagement gift item. For collectibles and money or photos. It's not going to make sense, but I just want to show you how all of these keywords kind of disappear here. Now, here's the thing that you really have to remember. Do not go from this page without saving. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this listing here in the listing manager. This does not make changes in your Seller Central. This is only in Seller Tools, so no worries about there. It's going to tell you that saving a parent will override the children. This is only one ASIN. It's just a parent, so we're okay. But I like that it reminds you of that, where you're saving it. We're going to press OK. I like to do mine by date in case I'm split testing. You can do it by title if you're split testing, like split test 1 with short titles, split test 2. You can do whatever you like. I'm just going to do the date and put draft because obviously this is not completely done, and then press save. Now, in order to get to your saved versions, you're going to go to Manage History, and all of your versions are going to be here. You can click on the one you want. There's only one right here, and then you're going to load that selected version. Now, from here, what you want to do is copy and paste these into your Seller Central listing. So I'm going to go to my Seller Central listing. Here it is. And we're going to We have the title here, product name. What we want to do is change that to the title that we came up with. Of course, this is not beautiful, but let's just say that you've had it all. You have it all beautiful now. We're gonna paste that. Then we're going to go to more detail or keywords, and we're going to go to subject matter. You can do this in any way that you like. I'm going to copy. And if you have 5 lines of subject matter, you can copy each line and put each line in. We're just going to do 1 line just for time's sake. There we go. And search terms, you can do all on 1 line. This one just has the 1 line. So we're going to go ahead, and we didn't do any search terms. I'm just going to do kitchen frame shadows. Kit wooden decor, custom. The name of the game is to have all of these gone, especially the ones with the higher TSI. I mean, if you have 3,000, it might be really hard to get in there, but right now, so I like the word adventure. Empty is really good. Adventure, empty. Let's just leave it there. Now, I just made changes to this. This is a good lesson. I have to remember to go in and save it. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to save it into the same thing because it's really still a draft. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. But I'm going to go ahead and copy those search terms, put them right into my search terms, paste those in there. Great. I think we did did we do a description? We did do a little bit of a description. So we're going to go ahead and copy that description out. It's a very short one, just for time's sake. Oops, did I copy that? Copy. I'm going to put paste. And key product features, which are really bullets. I think we just did 2, so I'm going to go ahead and, oh, we just did 1. So we're just going to do 1. And I'm going to paste those in there. All right, so yours is going to be, of course, much more beautiful than this, but this is what we're going to do. It's a Memories 6x6 shadow box. Of course, this title is going to be changed because we're changing it. And then we're going to go ahead and save it in Seller Central. This is our version. Of course, it takes 15 minutes to see it. I usually like to wait a half an hour just to be absolutely sure that Amazon gets it. It gets all my new keywords and all of that. So what I'm going to do is leave this for about a half an hour. I'm going to come back to Seller Tools, and I'm going to go into that product, and we're going to see if our changes made a difference and what we still need to work on to be indexed, etc. So we'll be back in about 30 minutes to do that.